just like as a coach, like would you say like you're like more hype on the sidelines or like more reserved, like when something goes down, like?
It's real interesting too because we're in the 7-on-7, so we're playing these tournaments.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to think. I'm definitely hyped. Like big plays happen, I like to run. I give a shoulder bump with one of the guys. But I'm trying to learn to keep my emotion at bay. Because I'm not a player anymore, so I got to kind of oversee the whole mission, like businessman. Back to my earlier point of taking a step back. You know what I mean? Like that's, I think, as an owner and somebody in position of leadership,
definitely got to because you're like the face of whatever, like you're representing whatever. So like as much as you want to react, like even as excited as you can get, you know what I mean? Like,
and that's how I was too. Like same dilemma when I was a quarterback. Like it was the same thing. Like I was used to like almost playing on emotion on defense. Sure. Where, like something happens, you make a big play, you're going nuts. But then on quarterback, like you got to be calm and reserved and worry about the next play and like just handle the business. And then there's definitely times to still get hyped and get pumped up, but it's just about balance, man.
I feel you. So like, from the tournaments, like have any like, I don't know, man, just like real highly competitive moments have like, is it all just like, nah, man, good game? Or is it just like, do you just like, have you gone somewhere and be like, yo, we're going to rip these kids' fucking heads off and let's go. Like, it's no dap-ups after the game. Like, let's go.
That's what it's lit, man.
Yeah.
It's dope, bro. If you ever got a chance, come out and check us out,
For
man.
sure.
Because these kids, man, they come out and compete, dude. And we played this team from Philly, man. They had like a bunch of 4-stars. We went and looked on the kids' Instagram. He had Georgia, Clemson offering him, and he was like a 6'4", 235-pound linebacker
like,
who could run.
Are you a father? What's going on?
Yeah, I was like, whose dad is this?
His birth certificate. Like honestly.
Yeah, man. His uncle came down to play.
Dead ass.
He playing for the Rams or what?
Sneaking in pros.
But no, I mean, these kids were good, but we competed with them. We were in their face, man, so I was proud of our guys.
Okay.
But it's a lit atmosphere. A sick memory from our last tournament we played in a couple weeks ago. We were up in Triadelphia, and we were playing the host team in like the first round of the playoffs. Like, so you play pool play, then it's like one and done.
Okay.
So we're playing them, and so there's a lot of kids on our team who knew their kids, and so it was kind of like hyped environment.
Facts.
And so we're going back and forth, and then there was like one of them situations where one of the people on the sidelines getting yelled at, and the flags are going. So it's a lit environment. It goes to overtime. So the rules in overtime is longest play. So both teams get one play from the 40.
Okay.
Whoever gets the most yards. So
that's interesting. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's kind of lit. I kind of like it actually.
Okay.
So they got the ball first. We called heads or tails, and we won it. So they got ball first, and it was like a pass over the middle. And dude, our guys were going all out, man. Like it was like they went and knocked the ball out, but it was like
so you got one play to just like make a crazy drive, pretty much.
Yeah, just like as many yards. So if you get 6 yards and the other team gets 3, like you'll win with 6 yards.
Wow.
So whoever got more yards.
Wow.
So they threw it over the middle, and like our guys are going, all out, getting the ball out, and you end up not catching it, and people are going nuts. Like one of those bang bang plays. Like, that's pass interference. And then we call play. It was a pivot play, and we called a post corner, and dude beats the safety. So they were all playing up because they didn't want to, because you could run the ball too.
Okay.
So they were all playing on the line, and our guy Kari from Gateway beats the dude wide open into the end zone, flips the ball, whole team runs on the field.
Let's go.
It was sick. And
Let's
then,
go.
They're all talking shit.
Facts.
It was a lit environment.
That's like, okay, and then even let's go back to the pass interference. How do you react? Like, what's your relationship like with the refs at the tournaments? Like, like what kind of coach are you like when it's a bad call, when it's like a missed call? Like, how do you like? What's the initial like? Yo, come on, ref, like. Do your job, like, bro, but like you can't like flip out too much, obviously. But like,
yeah, I think I was pretty good with the refs. I actually knew one of them. I grew up playing AAU basketball with him, so we were chopping it up a little bit. But I tried to keep it cool, just talk to him, because when you start complaining, bro, they're not gonna try to help you.
Facts, They're
human beings.
Facts,
like F this dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just try to keep it a little cool with them. I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, bro, it's a 7-on-7 tournament. This isn't the NFL Super Bowl. It's about these kids developing, getting better. Obviously you want to win. We're competitors. So just kind of keeping all that in mind, while still having good energy and competing.
I feel that. So, like, I mean, like, obviously, like, as an athlete, you have to, like, diet, what you do, all that stuff. Do you still, like, are you still on, like, a strict diet, or, like, do you just kind of,
yeah, I definitely still work out, man.
Okay.
Diet, like, it's a fight, you know what
I was I feel you,
It's just like, bro, like, okay, how much do I want to be jacked, and how much, like, does this cookie sound good?
No, facts.
But, no, like, I kind of do, like, I call it, like, maybe, like, a 80-20, but it's probably more like 65-35.
Yeah, facts.
Of, like, Monday through Thursday, trying to eat pretty lean.
Yeah.
Do, like, some intermittent fasting.
Yeah.
Eat pretty lean. weekends are kind of up in the air
for sure,
with whatever's going on.
Yeah, for sure.
But I try to get in the gym 4 or 5 days a week. I think working out's a really important thing, like just for my mental health and overall well-being. And like, bro, I'm still young. I'm 28. Like, yeah, I mean, I want to be in shape. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So yeah, definitely still have that mindset. I don't really play as many like intramural sports or anything.
Yeah.
Play a little basketball. We've been in a couple leagues, but yeah, I still have that fire. I love sports, man. That's like being around it.
Nah, I feel you. And like so like even like, when you had a bit more of like a rigid athletic, diet regimen. Like what was like some of like your favorite foods like, cheat with? Like what was like some of your favorite, like some of your favorite meals?
Man, like I love sweets, bro. Like I definitely got a sweet tooth.
I'm not much of a sweet tooth, dude.
I know. I talked to some people, and a lot of people aren't, and I'm a huge sweet tooth, man.
Okay.
I love it all. So like cinnamon rolls.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Cinnamon rolls for sure. That's a
chocolate
top
chip
5.
cookies,
Facts.
Brownies, like
Facts.
those oatmeal chocolate chip cookies. My mom makes these.
Oatmeal chocolate chip.
Dude, my mom makes these oatmeal chocolate chip cookies. They're stupid, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you'll be sitting there eating 4 of them, and like they got a whole stick of butter each in them.
Yeah. The Paula Deen special, you just throw that stick of butter in. Nah, man, that's mad funny. But like that combo of oatmeal chocolate chip, that's almost sacrilegious. It sounds because like
you got to try, bro.
For real?
If you haven't
Okay.
tried it, I'm just saying, go try one. I think you can buy them. What is it? Is it like a Ghirardelli or I forget who the brand is? You can get them just in Shop and Save, bro. It's just a batter. You put an egg and butter in it.
Interesting.
Dude,
Okay,
they're good. Don't sleep on them.
Yeah, I might have
Oatmeal
to see
raisin
about that.
not as good. You know what I mean? But the
Oatmeal
chocolate
raisin,
chip's good, bro.
because literally, like the thing about oatmeal raisin is that like if you just like kind of like scan it, they look like chocolate chip. So you grab them, you bite in. It's like this is not what I grabbed for. You know what I mean?
I didn't sign up for all this.
Yeah, facts. So like people are just disappointed just off that. Like there's like is this healthy? There's raisins and like what's going on?
Yeah.
I wanted a cookie. No man, no oatmeal raisin is nuts. So all right. As a trainer, right? Like, what is like one thing that you want your kids to like take away? So like, I don't know, man. Like, let's just say you bring this kid on and like he's with you for a month, right? And like you don't really like see him again. Like he travels, gets college, whatever, gets his travel team AAU, whatever. Like during that kid's time with you, like what's one thing you want them to take away like after training with you? Like what's like something like you want to a Sky Athletics like gem, jewel, like type of.
I think it kind of goes back to that, like falling in love with the process.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the biggest thing we can instill. Obviously, we're going to teach a kid how to do a certain skill, but like if they could leave Sky like excited about coming in to train and get better and seeing results and setting goals and achieving those goals, then like I think we're doing our job, and I think that'll give them a hunger for falling in love with the process of getting better and whatever that is. So if it's school, if it's work, if it's a sport, you know what I mean? Like being excited about setting a goal, achieving it, and then going in every day and putting the work. So that's kind of what I hope we can instill, that mindset. And, definitely see it out of a lot of the people we train.
No, I feel that. So like, do you have any, okay, well, like, before we get into that, like, I do want to ask, like, when you were like getting Sky ready and all that stuff, like were there any like hiccups, like what were some of like the early like bumps and just things that ain't really pan out well initially, like when you were trying to bring this stuff into fruition?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, we've had a lot of adversity, man. There's some times where like my back's been against the wall. Like I said, like our first year, we're really getting kicked off, and like in our volleyball season with our team sports, COVID hits, and
facts.
the uncertainty there, and then having people, the person that I started the volleyball thing with, up and left and went to a competitor, you know what I mean, and so dealing with
what was that like? I mean, like, how do you not hold hard feelings for that? Like,
I mean, I just moved past it. You know what I mean? Obviously, and that's, again, where it comes in, take a step back, you know what I mean? How you feel in that time is going to be different how you feel in 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years, Yeah, you just got to handle it. Like, I just look at it like, get to the solution. Like we said before, if you don't want to be here, we don't want you here. So if you don't want to be here, that's good. Now we get to the solution. And then I told you about how my director now, she's amazing. Like, so it led us to that. So it ends up being a good thing. God closes one door, he opens up another.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You just got to try to get to the solution, be positive. Obviously, you're going to be pissed maybe in the moment and, find somebody to vent it out to or something.
Facts.
But, that's just part of the choppy waters, you know what I mean, that you'll hit.
Did they ever tell you that they were leaving, or like they just like were like, all right, well, COVID hit, this does not look like it's really doing anything, you know what I mean?
I got
also, do you want a refill?
Yeah, I'll take a refill.
Sure. Right.
I'll finish it first. It's good.
Yeah. We're not made yet. What were you saying?
So you said, how did I find out about it?
Yeah. Like, did they just like up and leave? Like, did they just like kind of see the scene after COVID and was like, all right, I'm out.
Yeah.
Like,
well, we made it through COVID.
Okay.
I don't get that. I mean, we had already invested in the core. I mean, we were like turning.
So y'all were on
corner.
like the other side of COVID already.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it wasn't even like that. I don't know. I kind of spotted it out from like a while. Really? Like I noticed something weird was going on. And I would laugh. I'd be like, man, they over there playing checkers. I'm playing chess. Man, I'm already 2 steps ahead of you. But yeah, I got found out through a text message, you know what I mean? And whatever, bro, you know, it is what it is. You know what I mean? And we don't, like I always say, I don't harp on the negative. Like, person's gone. It led us to where we're at today. We got great coaches, a great volleyball director. Our program's flourishing. The kids are getting a lot better. All I see is smiles in the gym. Like, that's how I measure it. I walk in and people are having fun. They're learning. So it's a great thing. But yeah, not everybody's a fit, and sometimes people are fit for a certain time, and sometimes they got to move on. And I respect that. I understand that, you know, as a business owner. So I was just, you know, find the solution. What's going to be the best move for us as a business? You know what I mean? And also look at what I can do better. You know what I mean? Because I'm not perfect either. I'm sure, you know, I probably rub people the wrong way all the time. You know what I mean?
I mean, like, you know, Sharkman's a dude that would do that though. Like,
no, I mean, but I definitely. Like, you know, the reason I've got to where I am, this one kid, he trains with us. He calls me the bulldozer. Okay. Like, when I see something, like, I'm going to get it, bro. Facts. So if you get in the way, like, you're in the way.
You're just in the cross. I'm the juggernaut. I'm on my way. Like,
so if you're in the way, you're in the way. So if you're one of them people in the way, I probably rubbed you the wrong way. You know what I mean?
I feel that. No, like,
and it is what it is. Like, I'm passionate about what I'm passionate about. Like, my God, my family, Sky Development are like my 3 biggest things. You know what I mean? And obviously my family's my fiance and my future family with, you know, all that. But like, I'm real passionate about those things. Like, if you get in the way of those things, like, we're gonna have issues. You know what I mean? My family members are everything to me, and my business I built from the ground up. Like, hell yeah, it's like having a child, man. Like,
for sure.
I thought about Sky Development and envisioned this vision late at night when nobody else even knew about it and nobody else thought it could be a thing. You know what I mean? And then now it's actually happening, and I'm watching the fruits of my labor pay off, and seeing how the biggest thing is how it's impacting others. Hell yeah. Like, it's not even about me at this point. Like, it's greater than me. It's impacting kids. Like, there's people that we're helping that I don't know anything about softball. I don't know anything about volleyball, but I'm able to help those athletes out because I'm able to find a coach who does know that stuff and provide the necessary resources for them to be successful and be a teammate with them. And then now they can go impact a kid's life. You know what I mean? So it's like a tree, you know what I mean? It keeps branching, and then it's cool too. Then you see a kid you train. Had this happen multiple times. People we train, then they get up like where they're in college, now they're training like a middle school kid, like giving back. That's crazy. You know what I mean? So you're like giving back, and I just think that's a really cool thing. I was fortunate. I grew up training at a place similar like that. Like, it was more like strength and performance, but it was called ESI, and the guy who owned it and ran it, he was a mentor for me, and that's kind of how I got started too. And so like he kind of instilled that in me, you know what I mean? And so it's just about like finding what works for you and trying to give it back, man.
That's fire. All right, man. So, I mean, so like when you're not trading, like, what do you like to do? Like, what are some of the hobbies? Like,
I love playing golf.
Really?
Yeah, man. I become a golfer, man.
Like, I don't know, man. Like, it looks like a dope path. Like I could do it, but I don't know. Like, it just like looks too boring for me. Like, I can't.
Don't knock it till you try. Just like the oatmeal chocolate chip cookies.
Okay, all right.
Those 2 things you got to put on your list.
Okay.
It's a chill game, you know. Like, it's something you get to go out with your friends, and it's more of like a something to do. Like, kick it with your boys. Nice day out. Get a couple drinks. Yeah. You know, hit some golf balls. You know, I don't do it necessarily to be like the best golfer ever played.
Right.
I do it more for luxury. But
I feel that.
Yeah, I love golfing, man. I'm probably gonna get a membership somewhere this summer. Oh yeah. Like, I golf like 2 times a week.
Oh, for real? So like, what? Like, like a club or like what? Like, what is?
I mostly go to like public courses right now.
Gotcha.
But me and my one buddy, we're thinking about maybe getting a membership at like a certain club. Okay. Because then you just, you know, you can golf there all summer.
I feel that. And like, is it just like about like the clarity, just like kind of like the peaceful environment that golfing is? That just like you like about it?
Yeah, the vibe. Like, you know, you can just chill. Right. Like, nothing better than a nice May afternoon. Yeah. And like, you're just out on the golf course. It's all grass, freshly cut. Thanks. Like, you drinking a beer. Like, it's a great feeling.
What's the best like you ever played? Like what was your best?
Score?
Yeah.
I think so. I don't know how much you know. So, like, pars usually around like 72.
Yeah. I was about to say, like, all I know is over or under par.
Yeah.
So like
a good golfer, like 72 is par. Like, I'm like usually shooting like like low 90s, high 80s. Like it was a decent round for me.
Okay, all right.
I think the best I've ever shot was like an 83.
Okay, so
or like
slightly
a low 80,
over.
maybe.
Yeah, a little
so like
bit
I'm
over.
still over. But it's always about that like one shot. Like you have like a birdie or like a sick putt or chip one in or something, which actually never happens for me. I never chip one in, but you know, sick putt, like that's what keeps you coming back.
Okay.
Like, you get all fired up and yeah, it's fun, man. I definitely, even if you don't like the golf, go start off at the range or Top Golf. I'm sure you probably.
I was about to say,
Golf.
like, have you ever been to Top Golf? Like, do you like it?
Yeah, Top Golf's sick, man. It's a good atmosphere.
Okay, well, dope. Yeah, no, I definitely got to hit Top Golf because, like, something like that I will do. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like real, you know what I mean? Like, you're just, like, kind of swinging, seeing how, you know what I mean, far you can, you know what I mean, knock the thing and, like, you're drinking, like, me food.
Yeah.
That seems like a vibe.
That's
like,
a good way to start. That's a great way to start. I mean, you do have to put in some work, though. Like, if you don't have any golf background, like, you're going to stink when you start.
It's like, how? Because like the hardest thing, and it's deceivingly hard, is like, you know, hitting the ball. Like, it's deceivingly hard. Like, you know, and like, I don't know, like the different clubs you have to use. Like, how does that factor in? Like,
yeah, golf is deceivingly hard, like you said, and there's so many little intricate pieces that you just have to learn or know or like get lessons on or look online or whatever. Like, for instance, like, yeah, you're just hitting a stationary ball,
right?
You know, that's this big or whatever. But so much goes into it with like how you torque your hips and how you keep your arms straight and where the club should be when you come down and hit it and how your grip should be. Like your grip can mess you off, your stance can mess you off, like how you're facing. Like there's so many different little things before you even swing the club.
Wow.
You have to get right. And then once you swing it and you're moving, then you got to have everything flow together nice and smooth. Like the best golfers are real smooth.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Not like rigid and tight. So it's a good sport to show like just like fluidity and core strength and like mental. It's mostly a mental game, dude, because you start hitting bad shots and you get pissed off. And,
they're like, I don't even want to be here anymore. Like, breaker club. Like,
exactly.
I'm out. All right. So, no particular order. Top 5 favorite athletes, any sport.
Okay. Top 5, order. Any sport.
Yeah.
I'm throwing Kobe on there. That was one of my
sure.
favorites growing up, man. Rest in peace. Love Kobe. Allen Iverson. Got to throw him on there. 2
goodies out the gate.
2 right out the gate. Moving over more into probably football. You know, I'm going to throw Pat White on there, even though he wasn't great in the pros, man. That dude in college was sick, and my dad played at WVU.
Okay.
So I always like watching him play. He was electrifying. He's one of my favorites to watch. I'm just going to go with people I actually watched.
Okay,
you know
word up. All right.
Actually, I saw with my own 2 eyes.
Okay.
Randy Moss. Got to throw him on there.
Classic. Yeah, he's...
And I'm going to throw the GOAT Tom Brady on there, man.
Absolutely.
Because I grew up, we got season tickets for the Steelers, and I've been watching games since I can remember. And I remember, like, the first year they came to town, they beat us, and Tom Brady won the Super Bowl. And like
as he does.
Yeah, as he does every year, right? And I remember like hating him at first, like as a young Steeler fan, you're like, oh, screw Tom Brady. But then as you watch and like you just see how he just dismantles everybody.
You just look at his career and you're just like, how? Like this dude was, what was he, drafted 2nd round?
No, he was drafted last. 6th round.
Last. And it's like, bro, like, again, he was passed on for 5 prior rounds and was the last pick, like. And then just to see what he's done, like,
and I just have so much admiration for him because, like you said, like he was last. He came in with that chip on his shoulder. People said he couldn't do it, but and he came and did it.
He came in with the chip, but you couldn't tell there was a chip on his shoulder.
No, yeah,
like,
you're right.
You really couldn't tell. Like you're just like, all right, like cool. Like I'm gonna just play football. This is my career. I'm a quarterback. And then you just look up and it's 4, 5, 6, 7. Like it's like damn. When he was drafted, I gotta check my. Drafted last, okay. Like, what school did he go to? Like, how do we pass over this dude?
Right.
Like,
yeah, man, and just the way that dude handles his business, like somebody that can just be consistent like that, and like, it's astonishing, man.
Nah,
he's
sure.
Sick, man. I was sad when he said he's retiring,
dude.
bro.
I was about to say, like, I mean, like, what are your feelings on like, him retiring? Like, I mean, bro, me personally. Not that like I'm never gonna watch football again, but like, bro, a big part of like my interest in football and like just watching was just to see how he would fare this year. Like what was he gonna do? Like what was he gonna? Because I mean like and me and Mike have talked about it on the podcast before, but like me personally, when he won that Atlanta Super Bowl, was like yeah, man, that like for me personally, like that was one of the best sporting events period I've ever watched. Like I was like, yo, if he pulls this off, like I don't know what other what do you want from him?
Yeah.
What do you want?
Change
like
the game, dude.
Dude.
Yeah, he's just different, man. Like he got that element of like worked hard for it. He's gonna put himself in the best position, like stays focused and doesn't go up and down. But he got that luck to him a little bit too. You know what I mean? You got to have the ball roll your way a little bit.
Need it.
And he put it all together. Like I always say, like to win a championship, man, you got to have all the the hard work, the skill, the execution, like all that stuff. Obviously has to come.
Facts.
But you got to have a little bit of luck too. You know
Bro,
what I mean?
it never hurts.
Running back doesn't hurt or
it's a fact.
Whatever.
Big fact.
Yeah, man. So Tom Brady, dude, he's the GOAT. It's not even questionable
at all.
He's definitely the best quarterback. I'd probably have to say he's the GOAT of the whole NFL.
I mean,
just because who else has impacted their team to win Super Bowls that much?
He's one of the best athletes ever.
And me personally, we don't got to get into the whole like Jordan and LeBron debate, but like to me, like championship rings are the creme de la creme.
That's what you do it for.
That's what you do it for.
That's literally why you're playing the game.
You're not doing it for individual stats. You're doing it to win a championship. So if you find a way to win a championship, that trumps everything else.
Bro, so like, I mean, like to get into it, but to not get into it, right?
Yeah, I wanted to get into it.
Yeah. To get into it, but to not get into it. LeBron, man, listen, I'm not taking anything away from LeBron. That man, as far as a basketball player goes, he's probably one of the, if not the most complete basketball player to ever pick up a ball.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? But when it comes to like when they're all sitting at the table smoking cigars, I got 6.
Mm-hmm.
I got 5, from Kobe, 3, 2, like that's gonna that's a differentiator. Like, he's probably got to sit at that table and been like, yeah, like I got 2 at Miami, 1 with Cleveland. What was the other one? That was it, right? Yeah. 3. And like
with LA.
With LA. All right, so 4.
In the bubble.
In the bubble. And like people put a little asterisk by that. Like, I'm not mad at it, but it's a championship, it's a ring. You know what I mean? Like he got it. But again, pretty much like you were saying, when they're all sitting around the table smoking those cigars and like, yeah, I got 6. Mike can say, I got 6. I got 3 back to back. Left. Came back. And got 3
more, yeah.
And it's like, bro, like that is a factor. Like that's a huge factor.
Because that's like back to you said, that's why you play the game.
Literally, right.
Individual stats and all that can like show how great of a player you are.
For sure.
But like to really be the greatest, man, like you got to do what the main accomplishment was to do. Like you achieve the objective, win a championship, and he has done it. So like obviously he's up there. But when somebody does it 6 times, like. I mean, that's a little
6 times, man. Is
and he didn't have to run teams to do it. You know what I mean? And I don't wanna,
but that's a factor.
Like he changed the whole NBA. Like the NBA, like me personally, I love the NBA in the early 2000s. Like I loved watching Kobe, AI, T-Mac, all them cats, bro.
Yeah.
Like
Chris Webber,
the Pistons, bro, with Chauncey Billups and all them, bro.
Rip Hamilton.
Yeah, those teams were sick, man.
Yeah.
And I just feel like me personally, I'm not saying this, but just how I feel about it. Like, dude, the NBA to me is not as fun anymore. Just because, like. All right, if you don't win one, I'm bouncing teams. Let me bounce here. James Harden, how many teams has he been on now? Like,
it's definitely like it looks crazy, but at the same time, that's almost like the league is crazy. The league is nuts because again, like even like with this trade for Harden for Simmons, like, what's your thoughts on that? Like, do you like? I think that that the Nets lose that trade.
Yeah,
I think the Nets personally lose that trade.
Wasn't it Simmons whenever somebody else and a draft pick?
Yeah, so like it was like Simmons and like I think they got Andre Drummond was a part of that
Drummond
deal.
Was on
and
it.
then someone else might have been a part of that deal, and then maybe a pick.
Yeah, I think a pick. I mean, I think I don't know. I mean, Harden's good, but he hasn't won. He hasn't proven to be a winner anywhere. Like he's like one of them players that him and Russ are real similar. Like
I know
they're great players. I love their effort. I love what they do on the court, but for whatever reason, like at the end of the game when it really matters. Like they haven't got it done yet,
dude. I don't know what it is, and it's like, especially with Russ, it's like I'm not sure where else he could come. I mean, he was with Chris Paul and James, and like he was damn near close, But no, I don't think the year that Chris Paul got injured when they were playing the Warriors, he was on there, or was he? I don't think he was. That might have been the year before.
Might have been the year before.
Yeah. But I mean, bro, like I mean, so you're joining a team that literally was a game away from the finals. And it's like they don't even make it to where they were last year once you joined it. Like it's like we like
you should be upgrading the team.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's weird. And then like the same situation with the Lakers. It's like all right, like the Lakers needed a point guard who they could rely on offensively, which is okay. They can definitely rely on you for points, but how are we like having close games with OKC when you're on the team, and like, you know what I mean, like you're supposed to, like, it's just kind of like, so like you're right, like they definitely have like the same.
Yeah, it was like I remember I used to like one of my favorite teams was the OKC team with Harden and Russ Westbrook and Durant and Ibaka.
We were spoiled with that. We didn't know what we had then. Right? Yeah, we did not know what we.
Sick, but that's like such an example of like individuals that are all really good.
For sure,
but they didn't all come together the right way to put it all together. But I don't know. I guess now in this NBA, bro, in this climate, they have to do it. So it's just a new world. You got to adapt. But like it definitely looks cooler. I think personally, like Jordan went to the Bulls and he won 6 with the Bulls.
6 with the
Bulls.
Tom
Brady went to the Patriots. He won 6 with the Patriots.
Switched
and then went
teams,
to a new team.
Grabbed one.
Yeah.
Damn near brought half the Patriots with him. Yeah. And got another one. Like, bro, that's
just
fire.
That's just cooler to me. Like, wow, you went there and it'd be like if I showed up at a pickup basketball court.
Right.
And I say, all right, here's my squad. We here.
That's a fact.
And we don't get off the court all night, bro.
And they're like, people leave and then you come back and y'all are still on.
Yeah, we're still on.
Damn.
It's like, this is my court. I don't care who you bring, dog. This is my court. As opposed to being like, oh, I'm on the court, and then this team beat us. But hey, guys, can I join your team because homie's leaving, and now you're winning? You feel good about that?
I mean, listen. Since we're here, how do you feel about KD joining the Warriors?
That's the analogy I always use.
Yeah,
bro. Like that's what he did. He lost, and he went and joined the team that's winning. So he was one of my favorite players before that, and I mean, he's still great. But I just lost some respect.
For real? Okay,
I did.
Right. Just from like a competitive standpoint.
Standpoint, like you lost to them. They lost him in the Western Conference Finals the year before. Yeah, and he was like the MVP. Almost there.
You were there.
I want to say, was he the MVP that year?
I think
might have been the MVP, or he was damn near close.
I think,
I mean, he was one of the top players.
I mean, he was having one of those seasons.
Yes,
facts.
And so, I mean, I could see you joining someone else to beat them, but like once that team knocked me out of the playoffs, dude, that would be like my bullseye, dude.
I feel you, man.
Like I could not go play with them. That would make me sick.
And then in the early 2000s, you definitely would never have seen that, bro, at all, ever, bro.
AI was never gonna go join up with Shaq.
Listen, bro, AI was like, yo, I am bringing this team. I don't care. Like I'm bringing this team at least to the like they can't say I didn't.
And I got mad respect for AI, even though I already said like championships are the trump. He didn't get one, but dude stayed on one team to try to win one. You know what I mean? And I got respect for that, bro. You went down with your ship. You didn't jump ships, bro.
And just like even just with like the controversy that came with Allen Iverson, like he was just damn near ostracized from the league, but he was just so nice. He was like, y'all just gonna have to deal with me, like so like just like that swag he came with,
bro. Apparently, so I was a little kid. My dad always tells me a story, but I was probably like 3. My brother was maybe like 8. But we were down at Morgantown, and Georgetown came up, and AI was in college.
Oh damn!
He balled out, bro. Like apparently, last play of the game, he took an inbound in like 3 seconds, went the length of the court, won the game on a layup.
Crazy.
That's how quick he was.
Crazy, bro.
I was just scrolling through too, and I saw where they said he had, he was. I watched his high school highlights for football.
Yeah,
dude was a dog. He said he could have went to Notre Dame and been a first-round draft pick.
Facts. In in either football or basketball, right? Yeah, he was just nice at both. Are you hip to Bo Jackson?
Oh yeah, dude, man, the 30 for 30.
Like, what about him, dude? Bro. His 30 for 30 is crazy. Like
crazy.
I'm like, I don't know, man. People like that just bug me out. Like it's just like certain people that just like, yo, how are you human? Like, how are you human, bro? Like
they just got different, man.
Dude, different. Like he's running up the wall, catching home run caliber balls, like run up the wall and then going and playing a game for the Raiders on Sunday.
Right.
How? Like, bro, like we'll just never see that again.
Yeah, you can't, bro. Just like Dion, bro, doing the same
Dion
thing,
too.
bro.
But Dion was dope because like he was low-key OBJ before OBJ kind of just like as far as like the
whole
personality,
presence.
The flash. Like Dion was just dope, man. So like it's actually funny to like see him like more reserved. It's like a coach. Like he still has that obviously like that personality.
Well,
for sure.
You know what's cool now with watching him coach, like how they're pulling these top prospects.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be interesting to watch how college football plays out now. With you got transfer portal and you got the NIL. It's going to make like certain areas of college football a lot more competitive.
What's the NIL?
So the NIL is the name and image likeness deal that came out. So these college athletes, they can get paid on their likeness.
Oh yeah. No, we were talking about that like when that deal first came. Like, bro, okay. I mean, this is just open a whole new like pocket of conversation. Like, I mean, with the NIL, like, how do you factor that into like what you're doing and like, I mean, what does that change for you? Like, what is that,
It's changed the whole game.
Yeah.
Man. So think about it. So if you're Alabama, Ohio State, Penn State, like one of these big top blue blood schools.
Facts.
If you are recruiting somebody they can come in and basically guarantee almost $1 million is going to come to them in an NIL deal because whoever, whatever business in that area is going to pay whoever the starting quarterback is at Alabama for a deal. So for those teams, it makes a whole different level. So like the top tier teams, I think it's like, bro, how are we going to compete? But then for all the other like teams in middle, it makes them even, I feel like, because now like a small school and like a Cincinnati or, whatever, James Madison, like as long as you got some boosters, some businesses in the area and they want to support whoever your top player is, like you can start pulling in some of those top recruits.
Like, bro, like
you might be on the beach or East Coast or Coastal Carolina or something. You're like, yo, we'll give you $1 million to come down here too. You're the top quarterback. Crazy. Why not? So it's going to make the whole game just more interesting.
Do you think that like, I don't know, just like giving an 18-year-old like possible access to that much money, like how do you feel about that? I mean, like,
yeah, I mean, it definitely could create some problems. So hopefully, like the kids got good guidance that can lead them in the right way. Because I know me as an 18-year-old, I probably would have done
I was about to say, yo, me at 18.
Yeah,
yo, who knows?
Give me $1 million at 18. Oh my god, that would be the worst thing ever.
Bro, like what? Like, oh my gosh, that would have been.
But it's going to change their life and their family's life forever. So as long as, hopefully they can do the right thing, invest it, and not be an asshole with it.
Yeah, facts.
But it's going to change these kids. Like they're not going to be kids anymore. Even when I went to school, like we weren't just student athletes, man. Like we were there for a job. Like these coaches' livelihoods depended on how we played, and I didn't even realize that honestly till I was really
bro, now that you
going
say
through
that,
it.
like
I'm thinking you grow up, you watch college football, like you're a football player, like you live the glory part of it. But you don't think like, yo, if you don't do what you're supposed to do on this assignment, and we blow the game, and coach loses, he loses his job, which means he loses his house, which means he's got to pull his kids out of school, which means he's got to go find another job. So, like, it's a whole different level for these coaches than it is maybe for you as an 18-year-old kid. So, one thing I've kind of learned, too, and I've been following some other people, like this dude, Justin King. He's from Gateway. He played at Penn State. He, like, comes and talks to our guys about, like, recruiting advice. But, like, you got to take it as a business. Like, if you're trying to play at a high level D1, like, when you're in high school and stuff, you got to start looking at it as a business decision because that's what it is. It's not just you're going to school for free and you're going to have fun and play football. You're going to go there to fulfill a job.
But it's like, like as like a 14, 15, like, can you blame a 14, 15-year-old for not even thinking like that far? Like, you're just like, I'm just like trying to play football. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like,
yeah, no, I can't blame them for that because like, it's different because like when you're in high school and young, like it's just for the love of the game. Like you play with the kids you grow up with. Like it's like you're going to battle with them. Like it's for that. You got to learn that once you get to the next level, it's different. And then when you get to the next level, it's different. So you got to adapt with it. But no, I don't blame them. I mean, yeah, it is fun to just let football be football. But once that big money gets into it and these contract deals and everything, it changes,
I feel you, bro. I mean, Dakota, you've been an awesome guest. I mean, before we wrap stuff up, we're nerds over here, man. So I mean, I gotta ask. I see the shirt, man. I see the shirt, the Hunter shirt, man. Like, are you an anime fan? Like.
So I can't even lie. I'm not an anime fan. I was in Zoomies. I saw the shirt. I thought it was dope. I kind of went with it.
I respect it.
Yeah, it's a little anime. I can't lie though and act like I'm a, what is it, Dragon Ball Z? I don't even know what it is.
No, that's Hunter. It's okay, y'all. Don't kill it. Don't
kill me, bro. I'm not an anime fan. I just thought it looked cool. I can't lie.
No, man. No, I definitely respect it, but nah, man. That's a good cop. I fuck with that shirt heavy. I mean, before we wrap it up, do you have any like, athlete that's watching this, be it some kid in high school, like, or some person well off, or like well into like their college career, like, is there any advice that you would give them or, anything that like, you just want to lay out to them or, have a word for them?
Yeah, man. Any kid like out there that's looking to accomplish their goals, man, is just enjoy the process and just enjoy where you're at. Don't try to get to where you're going too fast, man, because you only get to go through it once. It's a super fun process, whether you're in middle school, high school, college, all the way up to the pros. Just enjoy where you're at, make the most of it. It's about developing. You don't need to be, a super stud today. You just need to get better every single day. And if you keep incrementing that day after day after day after day, you look at someone like Cooper Kupp.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Had no offers out of high school. Then Eastern Washington offered him and did what he did there, and then now he's Triple Crown, Super Bowl MVP,
yeah, facts,
Offensive Player of the Year. Like, dude just continued to get better and better and better and better every day. So that's all. That's what you got to do if you really want to get to the next level.
That's dope, man. Do you want to plug anything from Sky, or like, did you want to?
Yeah, if you guys want to follow us on Instagram, social media, we're Sky Development _athletics is our main account. And we have different accounts for volleyball, which is Sky Elite VBC, different account for 7-on-7 football, Sky Elite 7v7. And we just opened up a new account for softball. We got a good softball trainer in Hannah Mercer. So that's Sky Softball with all the dots, s.k.y. softball. So check us out on Instagram, man. Check us out if you know anybody looking for training, wanting to get involved in club volleyball, 7-on-7 football, get stronger, more explosive, get ready for college. Whatever it is, become a better quarterback. We got you guys covered.
Dope, man. Well, listen, y'all, man. MIC Podcast. I'm Toby, my man Dakota, episode 35, man. Thanks for coming out, bro. Appreciate you.
Yeah, I appreciate it. That was dope.
Man. Have a good one. Peace.